Back to another live stream video. We got a lot to talk about. I want to talk about Trump's tariffs a little bit more. Now, a lot of people that don't even like Trump, these people hate Trump. A lot of them admit tariffs bring back businesses inside the United States. A lot of them believe that. And it is indeed the truth. And if tariffs are so bad, I have a lot of questions and statements to make about them. First off, why didn't Joe Biden remove any of the tariffs Trump placed in his first term? Can anyone answer me that? Second off, why do other countries put higher tariffs on us first if all it does is hurt the economy that's placing the tariffs economy? That makes no sense. If it's hurting whoever places the tariffs on the other country, then why do other countries put higher tariffs on us first? Makes no sense. It doesn't make very much sense, but all they scream is, oh, Trump's tariffs ruining the American economy. Yeah, I'm sorry to say, but I don't believe that for an instant. I do not believe that for a second. If they were ineffective, if they were so bad for the American economy, the entire stock market and all the United States businesses would be crashing, burning, and failing. But that simply is not the case. The stock market is up in the last 6 months. It doesn't matter if you look at the NASDAQ, the S&P 500. It's all up. It's all up. Everything is up. Everything is up. Every single thing is up. And it's just ridiculous. They claim that it doesn't work. Either it works or it doesn't work. But it's definitely working. The tariffs are making America great again. And like I said, if tariffs were so bad, then why did Joe Biden not remove a single tariff that Trump added? In fact, he added more tariffs on top of the tariffs that Trump already added. Trump already had tariffs on China, and Biden added more tariffs on China. So if tariffs are so bad, why did Biden add more tariffs on China? Why did Biden keep the tariffs that Trump had in the first place? I cannot fathom any of this conversation. When you ask them these questions, they don't have answers for them. All they scream is, who pays the tariff? Who pays the tariff? And all they scream is, oh, tariffs are a tax on us. That doesn't mean they don't work. That doesn't mean they don't work, guys. Tariffs work. And then the Democrats say, well, look at the last time tariffs were placed. They were placed under Joe Biden. I think you meant to say, look at when the tariffs crashed the economy during the Great Depression. Well, yeah, those were different tariffs. Tariffs work differently depending on how you use them. They work differently depending on how you use them. Tariffs don't work always, and tariffs don't always fail. But when you're using them like Donald Trump is using them to negotiate business deals, yes, they do work. Thank you, Lunchbox. Thank you for that comment. If you guys have any questions, comments, anything you want to talk about, all super chats will be read out loud. Simple as that. Double tap that screen, guys. If you're new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. Tariffs do indeed work. I'm telling you right now, tariffs work. I had a guy on yesterday. He does not support everything Trump does. He's not even a Trump voter. He's not a Trump supporter. But he admitted that the tariffs do work. Listen, guys, I have a lot of articles I'm going to show you, but we're going to wait for a couple more people to join in here. But please hit that like button, subscribe. What prices are going up when you're buying Chinese goods? If tariffs are so bad for the economy, why did Biden keep all the tariffs that Trump had placed in his first term? And why did he raise tariffs on China? And what prices are going up? Gas prices are going down. A lot of prices are going down. Egg prices are going down. Double tap that screen though, guys. Double tap that screen. What prices are making you cry saying prices are going up? Don't talk about Biden keeping all Trump's tariffs. Whatever you do, don't talk about the Democrats. Gas prices are down in Florida. Gas is at $2.37 right now in Southwest Florida. Gas was $3.90, almost $4 under President Biden. So I don't know if you live in California, maybe that's why your gas went up, but the only state in the union where gas prices went up was California because of their new added gas tax, thanks to Gavin Newsom. Thank you, Newsom, for your added gas tax. We definitely needed to pay more taxes for our gas. Hit that like button, subscribe. It's hot outside, but I thought I would start the show off with some beautiful views for you guys. You don't want me to talk about Biden because we can compare the tariff situation under Biden and President Trump. Biden did not remove any of the tariffs Trump placed on China. He increased the tariffs Trump placed on China. He didn't negotiate neither. He just increased the tariffs. There was no negotiation. There was no trade deals being made. There's nothing going on with any deals or negotiations. It was just, listen, China, we're raising the deal. If you think gas has gone up since 2023, 2024, I don't know where you're living, but it must be California because that's the only state where gas taxes have substantially increased. If there's anything you guys want me to talk about, we could talk about Epstein, or you can watch one of my 10 or 20 videos. But if you want to talk about Epstein, drop a super chat. Drop a super chat because we've already talked about the whole Epstein thing a million bazillion times. If you want me to talk about something specific with Epstein, then you can drop a super chat. We might have an episode soon about Epstein. We might have like a full live stream where we talk about Epstein. He fired a lot of people in the government that were doing nothing, that we didn't need to use our taxpayer money to defend. Hit that like, subscribe button, double tap that screen. Even if that number was right, that's only when you buy Chinese goods. So congratulations, your Chinese goods have increased 2%. You'll be able to handle it. Sorry, your t-shirt went from $10 to $10.20. Big whoop. Big whoop. Hunter Biden will not run. I agree with cutting all useless jobs. If you're not contributing and you work a government job and you're not needed, yes, you should be fired. I don't want taxpayer dollars to be wasted. That sounds correct to me, Mark. Mark says gas is expensive in Arizona because it's piped in from California refineries. Some parts of AZ gets their gas from Texas. Sounds accurate to me. It sounds like you know what, it sounds like you guys know what you're talking about, some of you. If you guys have any questions, comments, anything you'd like me to talk about, drop some super chats. We'll love to talk about it. I answer every single super chat out loud. Blue isn't going to win in 2026. Depends where in Florida you are. I'm from Southwest Florida, and it was $4 in 2024, 2023. And now it is $2.48. Prices have came down since a year ago. Prices may have fluctuated 10 or 20 cents in the last 6 months, maybe 10 or 20 cents, but they've gone down more than $1. Guys, these are statistical facts. Raymond, I hate to tell you, but gas was over $4 a gallon last year. So I don't know what world you're living in, but in Florida, gas was over $4 a gallon. Now it is $2.48. Depending where you go, of course, in Florida. Mark, you know a lot about gas, huh? This isn't about prices. This isn't about a comment. This isn't about anything. This is about you blaming everything on Trump. A lot of these Democrats want the economy to do badly. They wish we could lose more jobs. They wish gas could rise higher. That way they can blame it on Donald Trump. The people that don't mind or don't care, even if you don't like Trump and you don't hate the guy, you can probably use common sense and say gas is down and tariffs are doing amazing. Hit the like, subscribe button. If there's anything you guys want to talk about, let me know. Drop some super chats or drop some good comments. But all super chats are answered. Double tap that screen. I'm in Naples, Florida, Golden Gate Estate. That's awesome, my guy. I've been there lots of times. I'm from Fort Myers. I love Naples. Golden Gate is great. Epstein. What do you want me to talk about Epstein specifically? You want me to talk about how Trump's DOJ arrested Epstein and put him in prison in 2019? You want me to talk about how Trump kicked Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago after he was trying to hire some young girls from Mar-a-Lago? Do you want me to talk about how Trump wants to release that list and how Pam Bondi told the judges in Florida and New York to release all those court transcripts and they denied them? Do you want me to talk about how Trump didn't pardon Maxwell? You want me to talk about how Maxwell is snitching on people? What specifically do you want me to talk about when it refers to Epstein? Please be more specific. If you drop a super chat and you want me to talk about Epstein, then let me know exactly what you want me to talk about, because there's a lot of stuff. Why did Trump have young girls working in a licensed spa? Because these girls are legally old enough to work? It can work. What's wrong? What's weird about working in a spa? Nothing illegal or sexual is supposed to happen in a spa. Did you guys know that? I know there's a lot of creepy Democrats that think, like, spas are some code word for, a parlor for adults. But that's not what it is. A spa is not a gentleman's club, guys. I don't know what you guys are thinking. Why are people that are legal age to work working at a spa? Maybe because they're legal age? You never considered that? Hit the like, subscribe button. Any questions? Any comments? Drop some super chats. We can answer them all. I don't know what you're talking about. Drop some super chats. Let's hear. You guys have any questions, comments, anything you want to talk about, anything specific about Epstein? But we're here talking about how amazing tariffs are and how they work for the economy. But if there's something else you guys want to talk about, we can talk about that too. Because tariffs are working. If the tariffs were so devastating to the American economy, why are all these companies' earnings and why are companies and their employees all doing so well? There's no mass layoffs. There's none of that stuff happening. There's only jobs added. Month over month, 100,000+ jobs every single month. Some months, 250,000 jobs. Some months, 173,000 jobs added. If there's anything specific you guys want me to read out loud, talk about, discuss. If you want to watch the earnings report video I made an entire video about the earnings reports. You guys can go check that out on my channel. But if there's anything specific you guys want me to talk about, you can drop some comments, some super chats. I read every single super chat out loud. Let me know where you guys are coming from, though. What city, what state? I'm actually looking for more guests to come on my channel. If you guys want to come on my channel, you can join the Discord, link in the bio. Lots of over 100,000 jobs added last month. Let's not lie just because your favorite job reporter said so. And even, let's pretend, even if those numbers were true, those are jobs added. Those aren't people returning from their jobs like during COVID, during Joe Biden's presidency. So that's a good thing. Konnichiwa. Why are you telling me konnichiwa? Where are you from? I never said, oh, I don't think that's true, first off. And second off, you got to look at your state regulations and stuff like that. I said a year ago, since 1 year ago, Haley, PayPal, that's a good one. Actually, no, that's a lie. PayPal is above 30. Sorry. That's not true either, Raymond. Let's just be honest. You hate Trump's guts. It's nothing about the economy. It's nothing about that. You're just trying to discredit Donald Trump like the Democrat Party does. Your personal information is on Kiwi Farms. What the hell is that? Is that some dark website? What the hell is Kiwi Farms? Hey, welcome back, Prime Minister Chris. I see you on YouTube every day. I've even seen you on some Democrats' channels supporting them with likes and comments. What the hell is Kiwi Farms? 35? I'm nowhere near 35, and I don't live with my parents, but okay. Cry, cry, cry. What the hell is Kiwi Farms? You're just trolling me. You're just trolling me. Let me know where you guys come from, though. What city, what state? I don't hate President Trump. I love President Trump. Don't you see this hat? Don't you see this hat? I'm so glad the Department of Education has been dismantled. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. Let's put a background for you guys. Let's put a nice green screen. What are we going to say? What are we going to talk about? Okay, fine. We'll talk about this for a second. Now, Mr. Trump. Mr. Trump, this is something I highly disagree with. Your plans to withhold disaster relief fund from any city that engages in boycotts against Israel and states. This has been overturned because enough complaints came in that Trump is sick of these people trying to manipulate and control what happens inside the United States. Listen, I love Jewish people. I love Israel. I don't think it's true what they say about them stealing food from Gaza citizens. It's Hamas that is withholding the food from Gaza citizens. I don't know why. I don't understand what's going on. Okay? But listen, Mr. Trump is fighting against these people that are trying to make him withhold the disaster funds. That's not going to happen. This has been reversed within 4 or 5 hours. Been reversed since 4 or 5 hours. Thank God. Thank God. Hit that like button. Subscribe. Gas is down. The stock market is up. And Mr. Trump is not taking orders from anyone like these guys or anyone else. Disaster funds will no longer be withheld from cities and states that boycott against Israel. Thank God Almighty. Thank God. That's not going to be withheld. Listen, Trump gave $60 million to Gaza for food and resources. Now, those food and resources are going to be deployed there very, very soon. So obviously Trump isn't too much on these people's side on everything. They probably don't like that he did that. They probably don't like that he reversed this decision from Trump's administration. He's not doing things to please other people all the time. He can go against anyone. He has a pair of balls. But I really disagree. If this would have stayed in an act, if this wasn't reversed, I would have been quite pissed off, quite frankly. These are the people's taxpayer dollars for the disaster relief fund. It doesn't belong to them. It belongs to us. This is our taxpayer dollars. This isn't anyone else's taxpayer dollars. This is our money. This is our money, guys. Thank God this was reversed, Mr. Trump. For anyone that doesn't think this was reversed, please do your research. Thank God Almighty it was reversed. And thank God the stock market, the economy, the job market, everything is doing amazing, fantastic. Once again, hit that like, subscribe button. This is fantastic, and it's amazing that Trump reversed this. If you guys have any comments, questions, drop some super chats. If there's anything you want to talk about, we can talk about anything you guys want to talk about. And I do not agree with our taxpayer dollars going to other countries. It's crazy. It's crazy. Well, let's move on to another topic now. Why did Elon donate $5 million to Trump after he said he was on that list? I don't understand, Mr. Musk. Is this a 3D chess move where you and Trump working together to try to get these court documents and these files and all this information about Epstein out? I believe so, possibly. Double tap that screen though. Drop some super chats if you guys have any questions, comments, anything you guys want to talk about, we can talk about it. Or if you want to see me do 3 to 400 push-ups, I can do them quickly, fast. Drop a $20 super chat. We'll do it. What names have been redacted? What names? Where's the evidence? Yeah, we can do the 3 to 400 push-ups. Push-ups, sit-ups, whatever you guys want. We'll do 3 to 400. Just drop some super chats, a $20 super chat. Hell yeah, John. I love to hear that. You should subscribe to my channel. I love America, and I love Trump, and I love American policy. I don't agree with everything, but a lot of great things are happening right now under America. The economy is booming. The stock market is booming. ICE is doing their job. They're deporting all these illegal immigrants that broke the law. They're criminals. They're illegal criminal aliens. They need to be deported. They don't deserve to be staying in this country when they hopped over that border illegally. Why? Deport any illegal citizens, and anyone that's a PDF file, they can go into the wood chipper and get deleted permanently. If there's anything you guys want me to talk about, drop some super chats. Let me know. No, I cannot help you committing any crimes of any sort. I can call ICE to get you deported if you enter the country illegally. Why do the Democrats complain that the job numbers are only 73,000, not 160-something thousand? Why? Jobs are growing. These are not people coming back from their jobs, and I think that's bullshit. I think 174,000 to 200,000 jobs have been created. How do you know the job reports? You just listen to the mainstream media. And either way, the mainstream media agrees the job reports are growing. Growing. 250,000 jobs added in April. The stock market is booming. Do we got to pull up the graph? And the stock market only opened 1 hour ago. Not even an hour ago, and you're already crying about it. That's because we're not letting places like Canada run off on us. Let's talk about the tariffs for a second. We slapped a 35% tariff on Canada. And what if they try to dodge them? Another 40% fine. Who is the main country Canada has to sell goods to? The United States. They have to make a deal with us. They're not going to continue. They put hundreds of billions of dollars of tariffs on us. We're not going to allow that unfair business deal anymore. Tariffs are making the economy boom. If you guys have any questions, comments, anything you want to talk about, drop some super chats. Hit that like button. Double tap that screen, guys. Double tap. If there's anything you want to talk about regarding anything, we can drop some super chats. We can talk about it out loud. Tariffs are bringing back American business. I had a Mexican fella on here yesterday. He was not a fan of Trump. He did not vote for Trump. He does not like Trump. He said a fact, though, an economic fact. Tariffs bring back jobs inside of the country, and they help the economy boom. If tariffs don't work, then why did Biden keep all the tariffs that Trump implemented in his first term? Why did he add more tariffs in his term? Why did Biden add more tariffs to China and other countries instead of removing Trump's tariffs? That just doesn't make any sense. The logic doesn't add up. If tariffs are bad for the countries placing the tariffs, then why do other countries place higher tariffs on us first? Why? Because they want to hurt their economy? What kind of logic is this? What kind of logic is this, guys? Double tap that screen, like, subscribe. If you have any questions, anything you guys want to talk about, drop some super chats. The economy is booming. That is a fact. The economy is booming. The market is doing amazing. There's no denying that. There's no denying the facts that tariffs work. And then the Democrats will say, well, look at the last time tariffs were implemented. What, when Joe Biden did it? That was one of the few good things that Joe Biden did. Implement tariffs. Hit the like, subscribe button. If you guys got any questions, any comments, anything you want to talk about, you want to say something specific about tariffs, Epstein, Trump, the economy, anything you want to say. We got 700 people in here. The comments are moving fast. So if you got something you want to say out loud, you want me to read it out loud, all super chat questions will be read out loud, talked about, discussed, whatever you guys want to say. Drop some super chats so we can read them all out loud. Gas is lower than a year ago. The economy is booming. The job market is booming. Tariffs are doing their job. Trump brought in $7 trillion in the first 6 months. More than $7 trillion. $1.3 trillion brought in just with a single deal with the EU. $1.3 trillion brought in. I see you guys got a lot of questions and comments. I see the chat moving fast like this, like this, like this, like this. If you guys have any questions, anything you want to talk about, anything you want me to bring up, just drop some super chats. Or if you want to see 300 to 400 push-ups, drop a $20 super chat. The Democrats don't want to be embarrassed by MAGA push-ups. This is just the facts. You can do your own research on it. Georgia gas sounds cheaper than ever. Everyone spam the chat. MAGA, MAGA, MAGA. If you don't like Trump, that's fine. But you can at least admit that tariffs work. I see a lot of comments coming in, but I can't read them all out loud. Super chats get priority. Priority, guys. I said 1 year ago, gas was more expensive. 1 year ago. Since 1 year ago, gas has gone down, except in California, because a lot of gas taxes have been added. If you're living in a state right now where gas is over $3, that is because of gas tax. Gas is cheaper since 1 year ago. That is facts. There's no sources, there's no information online anywhere that disagrees with me there. Zero sources for that say gas is higher than 1 year ago. That is bullshit. Hit that like, subscribe button. Anything you guys want me to talk about, anything you guys want to talk about, drop some super chats. The economy is doing fantastic. Everyone is doing great. Every hard-working America is doing great. And if you're making $120,000 a year, basically, and you're struggling to get by, you probably live in California or New York City. And that is just the facts. If you're living in the South, you're doing great with that money. Shout out Savannah, Georgia. Let me know where you guys are coming from. Savannah is beautiful. Let me know if you guys have any questions, comments, anything you want me to read out loud, discuss. All super chats are read and discussed out loud. Let me know if you guys have any questions, comments. We can talk about whatever you like. This is your show too. Double tap that like button, subscribe. 115,000 in Austin, Texas. Yeah, you're abusing your money. You can rent a nice place there for $1,200 a month. How are you burning $120,000? You're spending way too much money. The income is not your problem. The problem is not the cost of living. The problem is your spending. Yes, you can. I've been to Texas. I know the prices in Texas. Even if you spend $2,000 a month on rent, even $3,000 a month, you can afford with a $120,000 salary. The problem is not the money or the cost of living. The problem is your spending. I promise you. If the problem isn't your spending, tell me what the problem is, because I'm curious. Thank you for that super chat, by the way. Trying to scroll up to see your name. I was going to give you a shout out, but okay, here's your name. Albin, shout out Albin Zuper. I'm making $12,000 more on tax refund. Thanks, Donald Trump, for that tax refund. $12,000 more. God bless the United States. Absolo, thank you, brother. Thank you. $12,000 more a year on Trump's new tax policies. Amazing. Donald J. Trump, 2028. That is 100% factually correct. I don't understand how you can say you're making $120,000 a year and you're struggling to get by in Austin, Texas. What did you just do? Epstein files have undone your entire BS cult. How so? Where's the evidence against Donald Trump? The only thing the Epstein files have done is, made all the Democrats go crazy. But as far as information that Trump is a PDF file, there's no information in the Epstein files whatsoever. And the Democrat ratings are at all-time 30-year low. 30-year low for the Democratic Party. 30-year low. I know these people aren't going to support Trump. I know a lot of these people that are leaving the Democrat Party are not rushing out there to support Trump. But they are leaving the Democrat Party. The lowest support in 30 years. 30 years. That's literally because the Democrat Party hate Trump, love Trump. This has nothing to do with Trump. The Democrat Party has horrible policies. For the most part, they've been getting more radical left as the year goes on. More and more and more radical left. Doesn't matter if you hate Trump or you love him. This is just facts. This is just facts, guys. If you guys have any other questions, comments, anything you want me to read out loud, drop some super chats. What did you say? I missed your comment. We have 400 people in here, and I'm looking for a new background. But I never missed any super chats. If there's anything you want me to read out loud, discuss, talk about, I'm never going to miss a super chat because it's highlighted in the comment section. I'm trying to find the article that talks about how low the Democrat Party is in terms of the last 3 decades. It's very low in support. That is the facts. Very, very low. And Trump has been doing tax reductions for every single person. Doesn't matter if you're making $20,000 a year or $120,000 a year. Thanks to Donald Trump, you're going to get less taxes. Less taxes. CNN admits they were wrong about President Trump's tariffs. Says they seem to be working. Yeah, they are working. Even if you hate Trump, you got to admit that tariffs are working. The Wall Street Journal is full of shit. If tariffs don't work, then why did Biden increase the tariffs that Trump added in his first term? Why do other countries put tariffs on us first? They are indeed working. Matthew, why are you telling me this? Is it because you want my honest opinion? Or is it because you're telling me how much you make and how much you pay for rent and that you're struggling? I'm just curious. Because I can give you my honest opinion if that's what you wanted, Matthew. I know you didn't drop a super chat, but this is from CNN. You can look it up yourself. This is just because it's a screenshot from Instagram doesn't mean it's not real. But go ahead. Try to, CNN did say that. Why don't you do some research and check it out? Hit that like button, subscribe. Yeah, I do think CNN is fake news. If you guys have any questions or comments, you want my honest opinion? If you're making $50,000 a year and your rent is $1,200 a month, I don't know what you're spending all your money on. I know you gotta pay taxes and shit like that, but $1,200 sounds pretty good. There's people in Florida that are paying $1,700 a month in rent, and they only make $40,000 or $50,000 a year, and they're getting by. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying you won't struggle, but it's definitely possible. I mean, maybe you can cut down on. I don't know if you're going out to restaurants maybe 3 or 4 times a week, but it's possible to cut down on some things, and it is possible to save a bit of money. Because $1,200 a month, what is that around? Maybe $15,000 a year in rent. That means you basically have another $40,000. Car problems, groceries, other bills. Okay, car problems I can understand, yeah. Just buy a new car or fix your car, and the next year you'll be doing better. If you guys have any questions or comments, but prayers for you, Matthew. Just keep grinding it out. You'll be all right. But let me know where you guys are coming from. Buddy, I paid $1,700 a month for rent in Florida. I never paid. The only time I paid $1,200 was when I had a nice apartment in Orlando about 6 years ago. Six years ago. And it depends in the country where, brother. You can get some nice places for $1,200 out in the country. I didn't say a brand new car. When I say new, I just meant a newer car. A reliable, newer car. I read every single super chat out loud. Why are you crying? What do you want me to read specifically? Do what you want, but my channel will still be here. Brother, why are you getting mad? I'm going to freaking remove you then. Bye-bye. Adios. Spreading hate. I read every single one of your super chat comments out loud. Every single one. You dropped one super chat and expected me to read all of your comments all out loud for the next 30, 40 minutes. No, that's not how it works. Especially if you only drop a $1.99 super chat. Hit the like, subscribe button. Let me know where you guys are coming from. What city, what state. I read every single super chat out loud. It's a fact. There's not a single one that I missed. I'll scroll all the way up. Nope, I didn't miss anything. God bless you as well. I love America, and I love President Trump. It's a fact. He reads every super chat. Thank you. I know there's a lot of Trump derangement syndrome in chat, but that's the facts. What do you want me to talk about? Can you talk about the $1,700 for rent? What's your utility cost? Do you have insurance? Do you have children? Okay, I currently don't pay $1,700 in rent anymore. This is when I lived in a part of Florida. So no, I don't currently pay that in rent anymore. What was my utility cost? That included my utility cost. The actual rent was like, I don't know, $1,600. Utilities were like $200. If you guys have any questions, comments, anything you want to talk about, drop some super chats. Let me know. No, 200 for utilities in Florida at least. Albania! I might visit Albania very, very soon. I didn't even see your comment. Bye. If you guys have any questions, comments, anything you guys want to talk about. Greece after Albania. How did you know that? That was my exact plan. Why do they insult me after dropping a super chat? And why do they call me a scammer when I read their super chat out loud and discussed it? Why are you spreading more bullshit lies about me? The mods literally remind me if I miss a super chat. Do what you want, buddy. My account will still be here. Cry, 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 cry. I don't give a damn. My account will be here and I'll still be laughing at you. Ha ha ha. I win, buddy. You lose. There's plenty of information supporting my facts. Just look it up. Since the haters are watching, let's flip off the green screen. Let's flip off the green screen, guys. Hit that like, subscribe button. If there's anything you guys want to talk about, drop some super chats. Of course he got banned. He was yapping and spreading misinformation. If you spread lies and hate, I don't care. Removed. Mad, buddy. You don't got no ocean views, huh? Real angry, huh? Keep making new accounts. I'll keep deleting you out of here. It's fine with me. I'll keep winning. Winning, winning, winning. Does anyone else have the C behind them? Hell yeah, they got Trump for the next 3.5 years. The next 3.5 years. 3.5 years of Donald Trump. They're really mad about this hat. Oh, you made a new channel. We'll keep removing you. I have no problem with it. All it takes is one button. A lot of jealous haters in the comments. I love it. People only hate and they're only jealous when they can't get what you have. Or they don't have what you have. I love haters too. If anyone has any good questions, comments, anything you guys want to talk about, drop some super chats. We'll chat about it. Oh, my beach apartment. You're mad about it, huh? Very salty. I love salty liberal tears. I love when I upset people. Legitimately. Why do you think I love wearing this hat? Hey, thank you, Johnny. I love my beach apartment too. Isn't that what really matters? Loving my own beach apartment? Thank you, Matthew. I really appreciate that. Everyone should be proud for what they work for. Nah, I'm not going to show what I have on stream. My feelings are, I love it. I love being able to walk to the beach in 10 or 15 minutes. By the way, Matthew, you seem like a good guy. I would love to have you on stream. I would love to have any of you guys on stream. All you got to do is join my Discord, link in bio. We can talk about it. You can hit that like, subscribe button. Join my Discord, guys. We can talk, have you on as a guest. I need some guests for today's shows. I enjoy the beach pretty much every day. I might go enjoy the beach after this live stream. Or if someone drops a super chat, I can bring you guys to the beach with me. I've done it before. Drop a $10 or $20 super chat. I'll bring you guys along to the beach with me. Oh, bunch of crybabies. Another account by him. You don't think I know it's you, buddy? All your accounts have the name Super in it. No, guys, I'm providing you content. If you want to see the beautiful beach here, you can drop a super chat. Or just keep crying about it. We can talk about tariffs. What do you want to talk about? I'll talk about whatever you guys want. What we talk about is up to you guys via super chats. But let's pull up the green screen, actually. Let's upset them a bit. These tariffs are working amazing. Amazing tariffs. Tariffs are working quite well. Agreed, brother, agreed. Aww. Cry, cry, cry. Oh, bunch of crybabies. It's not rage bait. You getting enraged over a hat sounds like a personal problem to me. Trump is your president for the next 3.5 years. The owner of a restaurant called Trump Burger getting deported. Pretty ironic. Yeah, that's kind of hilarious. Is that true? By the way, Matthew, if you're making $50,000 a year, you can fully expect a $3,000 tax rebate this year. So I hope that can help you from Mr. Trump. I just posted a new video. But okay, cry, cry, cry. Cry. I love liberal tears. You're so upset you're going to have to deal with Trump for 3.5 years. I love the hate comments. I know I should have shrunk it down a little bit. But basically it says this. Trump just slapped Canada with 35% tariffs overnight. Nah, purple hair can't upset me. Dodge them, another 40% fine. Meanwhile, 90 days for Mexico to negotiate with Trump. Canada got 0 because they tariffed us so heavily. And they're so reliant on us. My pronoun is Gulf of America. We're in the golden age. Everyone I know that's working and working hard as possible is doing very well right now. Everyone I know trying to find new jobs, work, make more money is doing excellent. It does take time. It does take time to bring in the golden age. This is just the very tip of the iceberg. Wait what you see when Trump does with the other 3.5 years he has. Democrats act like Trump is about to get out of office. He has 3.5 more years. 3.5 more years of Trump. Three and a half more years of Trump. That's a long time. Long live Trump. Any more questions? Any comments? Anything you want me to read out loud? Drop some super chats, or I think we're going to wrap this up in 2 or 3 minutes. I wish we had 10 more years of Trump. Me too. Me too. It brings tears in my eyes. We need 20 years more of Trump. Hey, thank you, Johnny Bravo. I hope you have a wonderful day. No, I am not smoking any of Hunter Biden's crack. I get thousands of comments and hundreds of people with the same JD Vance profile picture. So if you want me to read something out loud, you can drop a super chat. Oh, you're crying. Cry. You got Trump. It's going to be a long 3.5 years. A long 3.5 years. Any more questions, comments, anything you guys want to talk about? If not, we're going to hop off. If anyone drops a super chat, we're going to keep going for 25 minutes, 30 minutes. If you drop a $5 super chat, we'll do 300 to 400 push-ups right now. Or if you have any questions or comments, we can get all that in one super chat. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Some comments and questions. And 300 to 400 push-ups. Drop a $10 super chat. Otherwise, we're just going to hop off here. We'll go live a bit later. Canadians' military is weak. Cry on that. Any other questions or comments you guys have? A lot of Trump derangement syndrome. All right, guys, I'll be back. I'll be back in about 5, 6, 7 hours maybe. Probably about 6 or 7 hours we'll be on live. See you guys later. I've been to Canada, but anyway, peace out. Peace out. If you want me to address something before I go, This is your last chance. 60 seconds for a super chat. We'll address it. We'll talk about it. 10, 20 minutes we'll talk. But if not, we'll hop off. 40 seconds. Love and peace, even to the Democrats. Even to the haters of this chat. I love you all. Love you all. Seriously. By the way, if you want to join the Discord link in my bio. We can talk, we can debate, we can set up a live debate and a live stream here on the channel. So guys, join that Discord, link in bio. Hit that like and subscribe button. Peace out, guys. Love you all, even the haters. Peace.